Coming up on 272 Berdan, Jake Furtick explains what Facebook is all about in his new segment, Just One of the Dudes. Coach Goldie and Dave Suntop are back with more information on how the spring sports are doing. Check out the new contestants and songs, and can you name that tune? See how Sammy and Randy celebrated their Cinco de Mayo in 6-minute snacks. Retired science teacher Mr. Raffini will give us his insight on environmental issues in an Environmental Minute. So don't go anywhere because 272 Berdan starts now. Hello and welcome to 272 Berdan. I'm your host, Pete Matano.
And I'm Jen Kozlowski.
So Jen, I have a question for you. The other night I was on Facebook and some girlfriend requested me that looked like you. Was it you?
Pete, I really don't think it was, considering the fact I don't have a Facebook.
Really? You don't have a Facebook? Everyone has a Facebook.
I know. We're about to find out just how many people do have a Facebook in this next segment by Jake Furtick, Just One of the Dudes.
Let's check it out.
The ancient Aztecs had animal sacrifice. The South has Kentucky Fried Chicken. But we all have culture. Hi, I'm Jake Furtick, and I'm just one of the dudes.
I don't want to wonder if this is a blunder. I don't want to worry whether we're going to stay together till we die. I want to love you madly. Oh wait, I want to love you madly.
In my first stop on my dude tour of '08, I needed to go find some of the dudiest things that dudes can do all the time, dude. And I looked on Facebook. Facebook, as it appears, is an integral part of high school society. And I'm about to find out what it's all about. I wasn't able to get much in my first few interviews, however. Dan, do you think it's important for a high schooler to survive by gaining means of a Facebook?
Do I hold it?
And my last question is, this was an amazing interview.
Yes.
That wasn't a question. Hey, excuse me. Which led me on to my next contestant. Well, you certainly look spunky, but next time we're gonna need words. But these interviewing failures soon paved the way for fruitful successes.
Yeah, of course. I think people waste time commenting on pictures at people that they're not even friends with.
Well, I like Facebook because you just talk to your friends that way.
That's a good point. I'm with a student in woodshop to talk about the internet. Now here's an interesting parallel because some of the great wooden inventions that have had a great place in America are the chair, the sandwich, and now Facebook. I could talk to you right now in a language that all of the kids watching could understand, but all the whiny old 20 and above couldn't. WDFXP with you.
BRB.
KKPCE.
LOL.
I love you. College advisors are looking at students' Facebooks and saying, hey, why does that student have a picture of himself stealing elephants from the zoo? That's just an example. That's just one of the ones that I've seen. What kind of pictures would be your profile picture? I think that's what it's called.
Ones where I was flexing, probably after I just worked out.
What do you think's better, roller coasters or Facebook?
Roller coasters.
Like right in front of a mirror, taking your own picture with women's sunglasses on? Roller coasters or me?
Roller coasters.
Can you get out of the camera, please, Matt? I hated to have to do that to Shuby, but my dude crusade on Facebook led me to some interesting human revelations.
By the way, I'm Yusef Goff. If you've looked me up on Facebook, I'm on Facebook.com, and you search Yusef Goff. I'm in the Wayne Hills Network, though.
Well, Facebook is, I guess people need it to communicate with people.
After a while, I felt like I had written the story like a cowboy at a rodeo, except in my case, it was a brodeo. Nevertheless, I realized that now was the time that I had to make a Facebook. A spent about a week and a half working on making that list for Facebook. I checked out what favorite books I could read. There were only 2 options. 1, nah man, it's cool, I don't read, whatever, it's fine. Or 2, pretentious author who smart kids write down they could read so girls will like them. I had big plans. I was going to have 2 different birthdays so I could maximize my comments. It was gonna be awesome. Turns out my computer doesn't have JavaScript, so we couldn't load it. So I think next week we're just gonna come back. We'll do it again on 272 Berdan.
We'll be back.
After this break.
Hey, Dan Cohen here. These 4 Brits took America by storm in the early 60s. Who are they? Are they A, The Who, B, The Beatles, C, The Rolling Stones, or D, Led Zeppelin?
Years from now, will you still be sending me a Valentine? Birthday greetings, bottle of wine. If I'd been out till quarter
If you said B,
to
The Beatles,
would you
you're right.
lock the door?
Sean Yu is back this month with another episode of Do You Know That Tune?
Sweet. I hear there's new contestants, new finalists, and new songs.
Let's go see what it's all about.
Crank that song, now what? Crank that song, now what? Crank that song, now what?
Do you know that tune?
What up? You just saw last month's episode. Now, we're in month 2 for Do You Know That Tune? I'm here with Sean Yu. This month, we're going to have 10 new songs and a bunch of new contestants. Let me tell you the rules again in case you forgot. I'm going to have 2 contestants each day for the month of May. They're going to hear a 5-second clip of the song. They have 20 seconds to guess the song, and if they guess it right, they'll move on to our finals later in June. Now, let's go see how this week went on. Welcome, everybody. I'm here with our first contestant of the month, Tom DeBianca. How you going to do, Tom?
Planning on dominating.
Are you serious, Tom? This is a tough competition. I mean, we have some tough songs, a wide variety of songs. Do you think you're going to do well?
Well, I'll see what I can do.
All right, now you got to pick a number between 1 and 10 to choose your song.
All right, go 10.
Now we have a new feature, DJ Botwinick. Now DJ Botwinick, he chose number 10, and play the song.
I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do.
Just wait,
about
Tom.
you now.
Okay, now Tom, you heard the song. Do you know that tune?
I know that tune.
What is the song?
Oasis, Wonderwall.
That's correct, Tom. Congratulations. You'll be moving on to our final round later. You may be facing some tough competition, so good luck. See you later in the year.
Oh, well, thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm here with Andres Hadjastopoli. Did I say it right, Andres?
It's actually Hadjapostoli.
All right, sorry about that, but you're here for Do You Know That Tune? Are you excited to be here?
Quite.
Okay, now we need you to pick a song between 1 and 10, so choose any number.
Let's do 7.
Good choice. DJ Bot, play the track, and Andres, get ready to answer it. Take a couple seconds for DJ Bot to get ready.
Head underwater, and you tell me to breathe easy for a while. The breathing gets harder, even I know that. You made room.
Now, Andres, you heard the song. Do you know that tune?
I do not know that tune.
No, nothing at all? Nothing.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, Andres. I thought that was an easy song, but I guess you just don't listen to that much music.
I do listen a lot.
Thanks for playing, Andres. Hi, I'm back with Lenny Lokentor. Next contestant, do you know that tune? Len, you ready to play?
Oh, I'm ready.
Now, you got to pick a song. Do you think you're going to get it right?
Yes.
Like in the confidence. Now, we need you to pick a song between 1 and 10.
8.
All right, DJ Bot, play the song.
Trying to find a way out, but it's time I put on my cape and put that ass on my chest. Gotta wanna come and save you, but I'm stuck in the middle of seeing you hurt.
Alright, Len, 20 seconds to guess a song. Good luck.
That was impossible. I'd give up.
Really, already? Nothing? Alright, thanks for playing, Len. Hi again. I'm here with Josh Weinstein, next contestant on Do You Know That Tune? Josh, you ready to play the game?
Yeah, I guess so.
Now, Josh, you listen to a lot of music?
Kind of, yeah, I guess.
I like to hear that. Now, we need you to pick a number between 1 and 10 to choose your song.
I'm gonna go with 7.
Alright, that's a popular number. DJ Bot, play the track. Just wait till the song's over, Josh. Alright, Josh, do you know that tune?
It's Funky Town, but I don't know who sings it.
Nothing at all? No memories? I am sorry, Josh. You gotta get the name and the artist. It was Lips Inc. Nice try, Josh. Thanks for playing. What up? Sean Yu here. We just finished the second month. We'll be back next month for a third and final month for the finale in June. Alright, see you next month.
Don't grab something to eat.
Because we'll be right back with 6-minute snacks.
Ronnie Juice. Number 23. D-back. Nothing changes.
Jen, did you celebrate Cinco de Mayo?
I did. I love Mexican food.
Do you know how to make any?
Not really, no.
Well, in this next segment, 6-minute snacks, Randy and Sammy will show us how to make salsa and guacamole.
Ooh, sounds good.
Let's take a look.
Hi, and welcome to 6-Minute Snacks. I'm your host, Sammy.
And I'm Randy.
And today I'll be showing you how to make a delicious salsa recipe. So, Randy, how was your Cinco de Mayo?
It was actually really good, but I wish I knew how to cook some Mexican food.
Well, good thing you're here today because I'm going to show you how to make mango salsa.
I love mango, but in salsa?
Yeah, it's actually really good. Now let's get started. We start off with 1 big mango or 2 small ones. It doesn't really matter. You cut it up really small. You have to make sure it's in really small pieces. Once you do that, you can just put it in a bowl, and then you get 1 red bell pepper. It's good for like taste, crunch, and the color really pops when you put it into the salsa. Then you're also gonna have a small cucumber, chopped up really small, and also like about a half an onion, or like a quarter of a big one.
Okay.
You put it all together. You can help me. Randy, did you know that salsa is actually more popular in America than it is in ketchup?
Really?
Yeah.
Who would have guessed?
It's really popular. Also,
Chop the onions. Let's say someone didn't like onions. Would it taste the same without it?
Yeah, it really would. And actually, no 2 salsas are the same because some people might like it more spicy or less spicy or with different things. You can really just make it how you like it. This is a chili, and
this would make it spicy, right?
This would make it really spicy. But if you want a little bit of spice and not the whole spice, you can just take out the middle. Like in the seeds, that's where all the spice is, and then you just put a little bit in. You just chop it up and add it in, and it will give you that spice that you want.
Well, that's good. Yeah. What are other Americanized Mexican foods that I could also do for my next Cinco de Mayo?
There's a lot. There's nachos and burritos and tacos. But if you go to Mexico, don't expect to see that because Mexicans don't really eat nachos and stuff. That's just like an Americanized way of eating it.
Oh, okay.
You can also add like, although this salsa doesn't have tomatoes in it, which you'd normally find, it's still like is a great, like, it's great to have at parties and stuff, because also it's so quick that you don't have to put it in the like oven or anything, or like, it's really good. And there are many different kinds of tortilla chips. There's the like more authentic kind. It's like the tortilla chips, and they're like more darker, and like a lot of people don't really know about them.
Yeah.
But there's also like the big brands like Tostitos, and they come in like restaurant style, and like gold, and the scoops, which is actually the best kind.
Oh, I like the scoops too, because you get everything in the middle. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
it's great. And in supermarkets, there's like a whole aisle just for Mexican food.
Really?
Yeah, it's great.
What about cilantro? I think we should put that in.
Yeah, the cilantro comes in the end. You shouldn't chop it up until the very end, or else it's gonna turn brown. It adds great color and flavor.
Yeah, cilantro is my favorite part.
Yeah, and it's actually like garnished for like a lot of Mexican food.
That's good.
Yeah. And also the lime juice that you might see too. You don't need to actually use limes. You can just buy it like the lime juice. And not only does it add good taste, but it keeps everything from turning like bad color. Because you want to keep the color. Because the acid in it makes it keep the color.
Yeah.
And as you can see in this salsa, there's so many different colors that you can see. It's just so bright and like great for parties. You just add a little bit of lime juice. And there you go, salsa.
It looks perfect.
It's great, it's sweet, it's savory, it's spicy. It's really like all you need at your party. So, does anyone of our guests want to try it?
How about that one? How about that one over there?
The white section.
Oh man, this looks good. Let me.
Hey, Kev.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Great.
How are you doing?
All right. Really good.
It's just so spicy and amazing.
The mango really accents on the peppers. I like it.
Yeah, it's like sweet and savory at the same time. It's all you need. And when you get back, we're going to be showing you how to make guacamole.
Brian Ogden. Number 5. Wide receiver. Nothing changes.
Hi, welcome back to 6 Minute Snacks. Now we're going to be showing you how to quickly make guacamole. First, you just have 2 small avocados, just cut up very small, and the other half of the red onion that you use for the mango salsa, and a small tomato chopped up. You just simply add them together. Randy, you could cut up the chili just to add some spice to it. You put these all together.
You know, Sammy, I really can't wait for next year's Cinco de Mayo if I can make all these amazing snacks that you taught me today.
Yeah, it will make your Cinco de Mayo so much better because you could really see the Mexican flavors. Once you're done with that, you can just add it in. And then you just add a little bit of lime juice again so that it keeps its color and adds a little bit of flavor. And then some cilantro on top. And you mix it all together to get guacamole. With this guacamole and this mango salsa, I think you'll be all set for next year's.
Thanks, Sammy.
No problem.
Hasta luego.
Adios, amigos.
So, Pete, how are the spring sports doing?
I'm not too sure, Jen, but we'll find out after this break with Gold Bits.
Ahoy, Dan Cohen here. Where am I? I'm in a sea that's surrounded by the following countries: Russia, the Ukraine, Bulgaria, Romania, and Turkey. Am I in A, the Mediterranean Sea, B, the Black Sea, C, the Baltic Sea, or D, the Red Sea? Good fish out here. You said B, the Black Sea. You're right.
Jen, to answer your question before break, I'm really not sure how the spring sports are doing, but I know Dave Suntop and Coach Goldie will be able to answer your question in Gold Bits.
All right, so let's check this out.
I'm joined by the coach, Coach John Goldstein. So we're here at the Track and Field Stadium, also known as Patriot Stadium. So why don't we start off with track, Goldie? So track, they had a tough loss against Ultapan. They lost 100-34. It's been a little bit of an up and down year for track. What do you have to do to get back on the right track?
Well, coming into the season, Coach Riker did say that Ultapan and Demarest are probably the two most formidable foes that they'll see all year in the NBIL. They started off with 2 wins to begin the season. They beat Ramapo, which is, a longtime nemesis. They beat Fairlawn. So, they're 2-1. They're battling. Track in the NBIL is very tough. They're getting a lot of great production from Pete Matano in the pole vault. Evan Little, hurdling the 400 and the 110. He's doing a great job. Dave Martinez in the distances. And, the sprinting, they're getting, great production out of Tom DiBianca and Sas Basilevich.
Switching over to lacrosse, boys lacrosse just had one of their biggest wins in program history, a 6-5 victory over the Fairlawn Cutters. They mowed the lawn in the final seconds, but Matt Weinstein scored the game-winning goal. This is a program that's really made a lot of leaps and bounds over its first 4 years. What should we expect out of boys lacrosse the rest of the year, and how have they been able to do so well so far this season?
Well, you should expect continued success. They're getting a great job on defense from Bowen Jones. Great goaltending from Dave Kornitzer. You know what it is? Everybody in the NBIL knows about Kyle Hannenberg. So they're really, they're shutting Kyle down. They're taking him out of the play. But what that does is it takes the best player from the other team out of the equation as well. And they're getting, a lot of good goal scoring from Matt Weinstein this year.
Goldie, you just touched on Kyle Hannenberg. He's the best player on the Waynos lacrosse team. He was first team All-County last year. What makes him so special as a lacrosse player? And what has he done to kind of get other players involved in this team, make other players around him better?
Well, his motor. He never stops going. Kyle is just nonstop energy. And he really, I tell you, he gets himself psyched up before games. And he's one of those kids who gives 110%. And he leads by example. So the other kids see his enthusiasm, they jump right on board.
You coached him in football for 4 years. How does he get pumped up for every game, and how much do you think that helps him out once game time comes?
Kyle's got a ritual. He's got his music, his iPod that he listens to get him going. He works the face paint a little bit, for intimidation. He's very enthusiastic on, pregame. I think intimidation is very much a part of his psyche.
So going down to the stretch for boys lacrosse, the last 2 years they lost in the first round of the state tournament. Can they get over that hump this year?
I don't see why not. It's Coach Jacobson's first year as the head coach. Last year his father was the head coach and he was his assistant. Similar to his father, he's instilled a lot of the same work ethic, to the kids, and I don't see why improvement can't happen. It takes time to build these things.
Yeah, switching over to girls lacrosse. The girls lacrosse team has had a fantastic start to their season, scoring a ton of goals. They only have 3 seniors. How have they been able to still be so dominant on offense this season?
Well, they work real hard too. Coach Polaro, Coach Tripp, they have them running all the time. So their conditioning, I think, is superior to the other teams in their league, and that's what helps them definitely in games. If you're out here in practice, you always see them running campus laps, which I know the girls hate, but you know what? It's a necessary evil, if they want to have success.
So this is a young team coming down the stretch. They're going to be facing some of the better teams like Ramapo especially, and Northern Highlands in addition. What do you think these girls need to do down the stretch to really make sure that they're still on top of their game?
Yeah, the tough part of their schedule comes right now with Fairlawn, Ramapo, and Highlands. They just got to keep doing what they're doing. Erica Kunzig is scoring a lot of goals, and she's one of those seniors that you were talking about. Like you said, they've had an infusion of young talent like Isabel Cahill is contributing a lot. And, they just have to share the ball. It can't just be one person doing it all the time. They have to, spread the wealth. So so to say. And, with good passing, good defense, I predict good things for the girls.
Goldie, thank you very much for joining me.
Dave, let me just say, if we have time, I think Gold Bits, the first installment, was great. You guys did a great job, and I look forward to a great year of Gold Bits.
Oh, thank you very much, Goldie. Yeah, first edition of Gold Bits. We were just going through the motions now. We really upped the ante, and round 3 of Gold Bits is going to be even better. Stick around, because more 272 Berdan is coming right back.
Don't touch that remote.
Because 272 Berdan will be right back.
Paul Drake.
It is set by Paul Drake.
Number 59. Defensive end.
Jansen, back to pass. And it is set by Paul Drake and Concord Marston.
Nothing changes.
Jen, I saw retired science teacher Mr. Raffini in the TV room the other day. Do you know why he was there?
Actually, I do. He was filming this next segment, an environmental minute, and he's going to tell us what we can do to help the environment.
Hello, everyone. This is Al Raffini again with the Wayne Township Environmental Commission's Environmental Minute on this beautiful, beautiful month that has Earth Day in it. Once again, I'm focusing on us, you and I, and the things that we can do. We really don't understand what we can do individually. We can do a lot individually. One of the things we can do is plant a tree. A tree in its lifetime will store 55 tons of carbon dioxide for us. Okay? What a wonderful thing to put a tree somewhere. Plus, not only will trees store carbon dioxide, they'll lower our air conditioning bills in the summer and lower our heating bills in the winter. Isn't that nice? Just plant a tree. Another thing we can do is to maybe once a week eat a veggie meal. No meat. It is unbelievable the amount of methane that a cow can burp into the atmosphere. Unbelievable. That methane holds 20 times the amount of heat that carbon dioxide does. So if we can reduce by 1/7 our meals, just raising meat, poultry, chicken, pork, takes an enormous amount of energy. We can really reduce our carbon footprint on this planet. So have a veggie meal. There's nothing wrong. Vegetable lasagna is delicious. I eat it all the time. Another thing we can do with our automobiles, guess what? If we do the speed limit, heaven forbid, if we do the speed limit, we can reduce our carbon imprint by 12%, increase our gas mileage by 12%. Another thing we can do with automobiles is to make sure our government understands. With the rising price of gas, we have to get higher gas mileage on our automobiles. You have got to let your representatives know. So there was 3 things that we can do individually. Plant a tree, eat a veggie meal, do the speed limit, petition our government to get these CAF standards up over 30 miles to the gallon. Wow, what a tremendous effect that would have on our carbon imprint. Thank you all for listening, and once again, even though this is Earth Day month, every day is Earth Day. Goodbye.
Jen, it's that time again where we have to say goodbye.
But don't worry, Pete. We'll be back next month for the June edition of 272 Berdan.
See you then.